Now I'm going to start with the new concept, new technology that is nothing but what? JSPs. Okay, what is JSP? Okay, that everything now we'll discuss. First of all, how many ways we can create a web pages? How many ways we can create web applications here? Mainly, we can by using servlets also we can create web applications, and by using JSPs also we can create web applications. By using servlets also we can develop web applications, and by using JSPs also we can develop web applications. So here we have clearly discussed about by using servlets how many ways we can create web applications. Okay, na? Like a extend implementing servlet interface. Next, extending generic servlet abstract class. Next, extending HTTP servlet abstract class. Okay, this all the stuff we have completed. Do method, do post, do get, do delete method, do put method also we have completed. Okay, now we'll go through the JSP. First of all, JSP is nothing but what? Java. JSP is nothing but Java Server Pages. Okay, now JSP is nothing but what? Java Server Pages. Okay, now observe very clearly here what I'm writing. JSP is a server side technology. Okay, what is the JSP here? JSP is a server side technology to prepare web applications. Okay, now JSP is a server side technology to prepare web application in order to generate what? Dynamic response. Okay, dynamic response. JSP is a server side technology to prepare web applications in order to generate dynamic response from server side applications. Okay, now server side applications. Are you able to understand what I am saying here? Okay, then immediately we may ask another one question, sir. We can develop web applications by using servlets. So then tell me why we are using this JSPs. Okay, why we are using this JSPs? Okay, the main purpose of JSP, the main purpose of the main purpose of JSP technology. Okay, the main purpose of JSP technology is to reduce Java code. Okay, now the main purpose of JSP technology is what, sir? To reduce Java code in web applications as much as possible. Okay, na? Actually, we have seen in servlets. If you want to prepare web applications by using servlet, we have very good knowledge on core Java concepts. Okay, na? But here, if you want to prepare web applications by using JSPs, even single line of Java code is also not required. Okay, even single line of Java code is also not required. Okay, na? So that's why here I'm saying the main purpose of JSP technology is what, sir? To reduce the Java code in web applications as much as possible. Okay, now clear what I'm saying here? Response, sir. Any doubts in this concept here? Done. 1 minute. Observe very clearly here. Next, after that here in web applications, in web applications, in web applications, we will use JSP pages to prepare presentation part. Okay, now to prepare what, sir? Presentation part. Okay, now to prepare. Okay, presentation part. In web applications, we will use JSP pages to prepare what? Presentation part. For example, if you are discussing MVC based web applications, okay, now for example, in MVC based web applications, we will use JSP pages. In MVC based web applications, we will use JSP pages to to prepare which part? M is nothing but model, V is nothing but view, C is nothing but controller. Okay na? So in MVC based applications, we will use JSP pages to prepare view part. To prepare which part, sir? View part. Then tell me what about servlets? Then what about servlets? Servlets is a controller part. Okay, na servlets is what, sir? Controller part. Okay, na view part in order to generate dynamic response, in order to generate what? Dynamic response with very good look and feel. Okay now, with very good look and feel. Okay, with very good look. Okay now, clear what I am saying here? Next, after that, here observe very clearly here what I am saying. JSP technology is otherwise JSP technology was designed on the basis of JSP technology was designed on the basis of Servlet API. Okay, now Servlet API and J2SE. J2SE API. J2SE is nothing but what? Java 2 standard edition is nothing but core Java. Okay, and Servlet API. Okay, next. After that, observe very clearly here what I'm saying. Okay, na? Then here what I am saying here, JSP technology was designed on the basis of Servlet API and J2SE API. Okay, na? Next, after that, observe sir, here I am writing one point important here. In web applications, okay, J2 in web applications, JSP, sorry. In web applications, JSP pages. In web applications, JSP pages are running on the top of the servlets. Okay, na running on the top of the servlets. Okay, na in web application, JSP pages are running on the top of the servlets. Okay, na top of the servlets. When we submit a request, when we submit a request from client to the JSP page. Okay, when we submit a request from client to the JSP page, container will convert. Okay, container will convert the JSP page into, okay, JSP page into the equivalent servlet equivalent servlet, and the container will execute the internal generated, okay, internal generated servlet. Okay, na internal generated what, sir? Servlet. And the container will generate the response from what, sir? From where, sir? Response from the internal executed servlet. Okay, this point observe very clearly, important point. Okay, first of all, in web applications, okay, in web applications, JSP pages are running on the top of the servlets. Okay, now JSP pages are running on the top of the servlets. When we submit a request from client to the JSP page, okay, I'll show you how to create the JSP pages, everything. Okay, when we submit a request from the client to the JSP page, then that container is there now. That container will convert the JSP page into equivalent servlet container. Okay, JSP page into equivalent servlet container. Then here that equivalent servlet container will execute the internal servlet. That internal servlet will generate the response. Okay, now so here the main point is JSP pages can't run directly. Okay, now JSP pages can't run directly. So the main concept is what? Tell me. JSP pages running on the top of the servlets. Whenever we submit the request from the client to the JSP page, that container will convert that request to the equivalent the JSP pager will convert the equivalent servlet container. That container will execute the internal servlet container. Okay na, so then here the internal servlet will give the response. Okay, are you able to understand, sir, what I am saying here? Response, sir, are you able to understand what I am saying here? Okay na, now observe very clearly, I'll write the point. Okay, in general web applications, we will provide the JSP pages. Okay na, in general web applications we will provide the web applications, sorry, in general web applications will provide the JSP pages at any location in the web application architecture. In the web application, what's sir? Architecture. Okay na, web application architecture. But I mean what I am saying here, observe very clearly. One web application architecture. Here already we know about the web application architecture. Say yes or no? I have given the diagram also. Okay, I'll show you that web application architecture here. This is our web application directory architecture. So tell me, actually, where we are going to save the web.xml files, where we have to store the web.xml files here, inside the web.inf folder or not? Inside the web.inf folder. Where we have to store the servlets here, inside the classes folder. Now here we can create web applications by using JSPs also. Say yes or no? Yes. But here where we can store the JSP pages, wherever you want you can declare, no problem. If you want to declare the, if you want to save the JSP page inside the web apps also, we can save, no problem. Next, inside the web.inf also we can save, no problem. Next, inside the classes also we can save, no problem. But that time whenever we are discussing this web application directory structure, that time I have explained one concept. Okay, what is that concept? Is nothing but the red color is available now. The red color is a public area. Inside that blue color is available. That color is nothing but what? Private area. So like that I said that time. Now tell me, if you are saving that JSP file under the web apps folder. Okay na, if you are saying the saving the JSP file in the web apps folder, you can access directly. Okay na, you can access directly. But you are saving that file inside the web.inf folder or inside the classes folder, then definitely you should create web.xml file. Okay now, if you are creating directly like inside the web apps, okay now, if you are creating that file directly inside the web apps, then web.xml file is required? No, not required. Whenever we are saving the file inside the web.inf or classes folder, then that web.xml file is required, and we have to access that application with the help of URL patterns only. Okay now, URL patterns only, that is the stuff. Okay, now observe very clearly here what I am saying. In general web applications, what I have given the point, in general web applications we will provide the JSP pages at any location. Okay na, in general web applications we will provide the JSP pages at any location in the web application architecture. Okay, but what is the point here? But the suggestible location, but the suggestible location is what, sir? But the suggestible location is what? Tell me. Application folder. Application folder is nothing but web apps folder is there now. Inside the web apps folder, here we have to create the application app01, app02, like that. There we have to save. Okay, but the suggestible okay, but the suggestible location is what? Application folder. Okay now, clear sir what I am saying here? Response sir, are you able to understand what I am saying here? Application folder. Next, after that, observe very clearly, I'll give you one last point. Okay, next, if we provide any JSP page, if we provide any JSP page under the application folder. Okay, now if you provide any JSP page, if you provide any JSP page, any JSP page under the application folder. Okay, now if you provide any JS page under the application folder, we are able to we are able to we are able to we are able to access that JSP page. Okay, we are able to access that J. So tell me, now only I have explained that. So tell me, can we access directly or not? Yes. Access that JSP page. Access that JSP page directly. Okay, directly by using its name, directly by using its name. I'll execute and I'll show you, don't worry about this. Okay, for example, I'll write here http colon double slash localhost, and next after that here we have to write what, server port number 1010 slash app names, whatever the servlet name you are giving, that name. Okay, na, like the file name, whatever the file name you are saying, that file name you can provide directly. Login app. Okay, app name is login app. Next here I am providing login form. Okay, na, login form dot JSP. Here my JSP file name is what, tell me, login form dot JSP. So we can access directly, sir. Okay, now we can access directly. Okay, now http colon double slash localhost colon 1010, the app name is login app slash the file name is what we are saving with login form dot JSP. So we can access directly. Okay, now clear what I am saying here? Okay, sir, done. If we are storing, Mr. Charger,